Our first question for today comes from Jason over in Canada. And he asks something seemingly kind of simple, but is actually a pretty involved kind of question. He asks, can I open an iFlip account with an entity if I add an ITIN number? Now, just to be clear, Jason is from Canada, and there are a couple of extra obstacles and hurdles to go through if you're Canadian to work with iFlip. So, Lee, can you advise on this? What does this mean?
Yes. Whenever I see Canada, I'm like, oh, this is gonna be tough. And there's nothing against Canadians. We love them, but it's been tricky to get folks in Canada set up, and that's actually how this question originated. So he was asking me about this, and I said, unfortunately, right now we're having some obstacles. And he actually came back to me with this question. He said, hey, can I do this with my corporate account or with my entity? And just to clarify, the ITIN number, it's kind of like a EIN for American businesses. It's really for people that are abroad or they're not a citizen here. And it's basically their way to make money. And then they also report taxes on that. So I just wanted to take the opportunity to talk about the corporate accounts. So yes, we can set them up very soon. It's going to be even easier to do so, which I'm really excited for. So yes, we can do that with the ITIN or even your EIN if you're an American and you want to take advantage of some perks by investing through your business. We can absolutely do that. Just with that being said, every time I see Canada, it just makes it a little bit trickier. Part of the reason why, just to give you guys more info, if you are looking for a corporate account, is that we have to not only verify the business exists and that sort of stuff, but they also want to look at, the controlling parties that are associated with that business as well. So it will be kind of a corporate and a personal verification check, if you will. So just adds a couple layers, kind of like Aaron was referring to.
Thanks for that, Lee. I really like this question, even though it does kind of put iFlip on the hot seat a little bit, because we do have that kind of friction with Canada. It's nothing against Canadians. It's just the nature of the laws there that really make it difficult for us to serve Canadian investors. Now, but this is a really good question, though, and we chose it for this particular episode because it highlights something that a lot of retail investors overlook, which is advanced accounts, entity accounts, investing with an entity, not just your individual cash account or your IRA account, which are the two most common types of accounts. If you joined us in Dallas back in October, we had several speaking segments about the importance of recognizing the tax advantages for entity accounts, corporate accounts, trust accounts. Now, it's a little bit more complicated, and there is a little bit more paperwork involved to set these things up, but they're totally worth it. And every single millionaire and billionaire that I've ever worked with or for has plenty of those types of accounts, way more of those types of accounts than individual accounts. The tax advantages are just, it's a night and day difference. And we brought this question up because, yes, it's important to acknowledge that, but maybe Canadians, I'm not even sure if Canadians can actually kind of get around their a little bit of their legal loop, loops or hoops that they have to jump through. And if they use an entity account, maybe they can get around that. But also, this brings me an opportunity to be able to offer a special live training that we're going to do February 1st. Mark your calendars, everybody. We're going to do a February 1st live training right here on your usual live stream on iFlip YouTube channel. Usual time, 6:30 p.m., 3:30 p.m. Pacific, about entities, right? My guest is going to be Scott Arden, who is the speaker trainer at Dallas, and we got so much positive feedback about Scott and his material, and we had so many follow-up questions that I would be remiss if we didn't interview him again. So we're bringing him live, and so it's like you're getting part of the value that you would have had to pay for to be in Dallas. You're getting that absolutely free here on the iFlip YouTube channel. So you want to mark your calendars. Again, that's February 1st. That's in 2 weeks, 2 Wednesdays from now, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. Mark your calendars.